Well, hey everybody, it is Friday. Man, you know what I like about Friday? Go home, hey. All right, just kind of want to show you my load here. We got a harrow, a big old large one, right here. And I've got a couple other items back here that I'm going to have unloaded, and after they're unloaded, then I'm heading back to the house that's down around Oklahoma City and Tuttle area, and we get these things unloaded, and then heading first part of the week down into Texas. So I might give you a little video of them unloading here if I can get it done. But dropped my grandson off in Wichita last time I checked in with you. Dropped him off, and he had a really good time. I want you to know. He's a good kid. I'm going to get him on here again and see if we can even have more fun sometime. So, I encourage you guys that are truck drivers, if you can take passengers along with you, get those family members in there. It sure does help with family and relationships. All right, guys, I'll check with you in just a little bit. Taking a look now at the dash of my truck. This is a Kenworth T680, and this is a collision mitigation system that you see up there on the dash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of functions that it does so that you can get an idea of what it is all about. Now, what the collision mitigation system is designed to do is designed to keep you within 3.5 to 4 seconds behind any other vehicle. Right now, you'll see that there's a vehicle that's passing me on the left. Now, I anticipate this car to come back over into this lane. And when this car comes back over in this lane, then the collision mitigation system radar will pick him up. Now he's coming back over, and right now the collision mitigation system says he's 1.8 seconds in front of me, and now he's at 2, so he's accelerating away from me. And so collision mitigation system will not slow down the vehicle. Okay, you'll notice that the collision mitigation system is set on 71 miles per hour. And on my truck, I'm driving through a speed limit area here of 70 miles an hour. And on my truck, 71 miles per hour will keep me at 69 to 70 miles per hour. And when a vehicle comes in front of you, then it shows up radar. See at the top there, there's a car and a number to its left, 1.6. Right now, 1.7. That means that car is pulling away from me. And the collision mitigation system says as long as he's pulling away from me, I will not slow you down. And so since he's pulling away from me, now he's at 2.2, collision mitigation system will allow him to proceed on and will not slow me down and will keep me at I'm going 69 miles per hour right now. And you see he's at 2.8 seconds. Now he's at 3, and we'll just hang on to him until he gets up there around 3.8, and you'll see him come off the radar. Because at 3 seconds, 4 seconds, between 3 and 4 seconds in front of you, he'll come off the radar. He's fixing to come off my radar. There's 3.8, there's 4. Now he should drop off. There he goes. Okay, so that's how collision mitigation system works when somebody is pulling away from you. Okay, now I'm closing in on this little trailer in front of me, and the collision mitigation system I still have set on 71 miles per hour, and I'm down to 64, now down to 60, and I'm showing I'm 2.2 seconds away from this trailer that's right in front of me, okay? Now the road work is supposed to start at 1 mile, but I'm going to demonstrate how this CMS works, as I can pull over into the left lane here as soon as this car gets by me, and the CMS will take over and start accelerating me past this truck that's pulling this trailer on the right side. And so I can feel it starting to accelerate, and it drops off of my screen. And so I wasn't 2.5 seconds away, and I'm at 2 seconds away. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here because we're coming into a construction area, and I'll demonstrate it again here in a little. Now the same truck with the trailer is in front of me here. My CMS says he's 2 seconds away from me, and I am going to engage the CMS right now, and it's set on 71 miles per hour, but the speed that I'm going right now is actually 50 miles per hour in this construction zone, and I am now 3 seconds behind him. If you'll time it out, you'll see when it comes past these barrels, we'll count them off. Ready? 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Now, okay, so I'm 3 seconds behind him, and he's stretching it out now, 3.1, and now I'm going 55, and I have not touched my pedals at all. The CMS is keeping me 3 to 3.5 seconds behind him, and so it is a safe following distance. More to say. To turn here, and my collision mitigation system is kicking in. It's slowing me down. It'll even hit the brakes here in just a second. Okay? It hit the brakes. Now, it let go. It sees everything's fine. It says collision mitigation system off now. Okay? And the reason why is because it dropped down below 45 miles per hour, and the mitigation system will not work at 45 miles per hour when you're in high gear. And so it dropped off. Now this collision mitigation system is back on. When I get up here to about 55 miles per hour, I'll kick it back on. As that little pickup truck with his trailer pulled off right there, I said it's hitting the brakes. Let me make it clear, it's hitting the Jake brakes. So it's letting the Jake brakes slow down the truck even faster than what just letting off the throttle wheel. And so it doesn't actually hit your brakes except in a fast closing situation, and it'll pump your brakes. It will not lock them. It pumps them to bring your attention, and you'll hear a ding, and your screen on your dashboard will have a yellow alert. Collision mitigation system suspended, and then you have to reset it. Now, it'll do that quite often to you when somebody is exiting off that is within your 4-second range, and they exit off abruptly, so when they decelerate, they're hitting their brakes pretty hard to make the exit, and then the CMS will notice how fast they are decelerating, and it'll kick you off, pump your brakes, and alert you. Okay, we're approaching a big truck on the road here, and I'm going 70 miles per hour, about 69 miles per hour. He's probably going 65 or so, and he hasn't showed up on the CMS yet, but he's about to show up on the CMS, and I'll let you know. I have my CMS set at 71 miles per hour so that I go in the neighborhood of 69 to 70 miles per hour. And closing in on him in front of me. Now he shows up in 4 seconds, and I am doing just a little over 70. And now CMS is starting to close into 3.2 seconds. Now it's going to adjust my speed to whatever speed he is going. So it's now at 68. It's now at 67. And I am 2.8 seconds away. So that's too close for the CMS. The CMS is going to slow me on down. Now I see him pulling out, and there's another truck in front of him. And so it's going to start registering the truck that was in front of him. The brown and white truck that's up there in front of him. Now it shows it at 3.5 seconds away, and I'm doing 67 miles per hour. Now 66 miles per hour. And I'm 3 seconds away from him. Now it's 65 miles per hour. And it's 64. So it will match his speed. Now there's going to be a big truck that's going to pass me on the left here, and as soon as he and possibly the car that's behind him get by me, I'm going to move to the left, and I'm going to let this thing accelerate past him. I am at 61 miles per hour, 2.7 seconds away from the truck. Now I'm going to move over, and these vehicles, because they're going faster than me, they are stretching out the time, and as soon as it gets past 2.7 seconds, now I feel it starting to accelerate, and I'm not touching anything on the floorboard right now. CMS has got control. It is starting to accelerate, and now I'm at 66, and I'm at 67, I'm at 68, 69, and you see me starting to pass at 70, 71, and that's where it should stop right there. Now back it off, yeah, back to 70 miles per hour, and that's what I have it set at, and that's my cruise speed. So it accelerated past that truck up there, and I didn't even touch the pedals because CMS is in control. That's a handy little item. Now, there's another truck up here going slightly slower. I'll see if I can show you one other feature CMS does. All right, now I'm passing a little dump truck on the right here, the day cabber, and I'm approaching another truck up here, a dry van, and I am going 70 miles per hour exactly, and starting to climb a little hill here, and he's going slightly slower than 70 miles per hour, and I'm going to pull up here behind him, and I'm going to pace him and see how fast he's actually going. CMS says that he's 2 seconds away from me, so CMS is letting off the throttle and is going to back me off till I am 3 seconds behind him. So I'm at 2.1 and it's still slowing down. I'm at 2.2. I'll join here in just a second. We'll come back. Okay, I'm at 2.8 seconds behind him, according to CMS. And he is traveling at 68, almost 69 miles per hour. CMS has got him locked in, and CMS is pacing him. This is what I call a bird dog effect, in which I've now got a truck that's in front of me going approximately the speed that I want to go, and I've locked in on him. And I'm going to, if he accelerates all the way up to 70 miles per hour, CMS will stay 3 seconds behind him, 2.7 to 3 seconds behind him. And if it stays that distance behind him and it goes my speed, you can see what I'm saying. He's my bird dog. So if anything happens in front of him and he starts to slow, CMS will immediately react and let off the throttle. And if I start closing within 2 seconds of him, it'll pump my brakes and tell me to alert. And that is probably the safest thing that you can do, is to find a bird dog truck in front of you, stay about 2.8 to 3 seconds behind him, travel the speed you want to do. And he's the one that's watching out for stuff. Now, you still have to watch. You don't get to go to sleep, but you get an actual person up there in front of you that's actually watching the traffic for you. Now we're going to accelerate past him here in just a second. Now you'll see quite a few cars have filled in on my left side here. I'm going to wait till they clear before I show you this acceleration. Alright, I am going at 65 miles per hour up a slight incline behind my bird dog, and I'm going to move to the left lane. CMS is going to latch on to that boat that's next to the truck right now, and it senses him pulling away from me. I feel the accelerator starting, and I'm not touching anything on the floor. My feet are still tucked underneath my seat, and now it has moved me up to 70 miles per hour. Speed limit here is 70, as you'll see on this sign coming up. And we are now accelerating, and we are at 70 miles per hour, and we're going to go past our bird dog. Now CMS has latched on to that boat that's up in front of me, and the boat's going about 71 miles per hour, and so I'm losing some ground. He's 3.7, now 3.8 seconds away from me. And so I'm losing ground on him, and he'll no longer latch on him. Since he's moved to the right lane, he's no longer the object, and I have a blank screen as far as radar goes in front of me. And now, as you see, I've accelerated past my bird dog, and I think that's a wonderful little feature that the CMS will do to keep you safe in traffic. This demonstration that I show you here, and you notice the boat that's up there in front of me, pickup pulling a nice little bass boat. Right now, that little bass boat is going 67 to 68 miles an hour. He's 3 seconds in front of me, and apparently he's with a friend in front of me, and they are slowing down and speeding up, kind of making my speed a little erratic. And so even though the CMS will move to their speed up and down, that doesn't give me good mileage. I try to stay on the same speed. So you can actually override the CMS with your throttle, and that's what I'm going to do right now. As I'm going to go ahead and take my foot, put it on the throttle, and I'm going to signal to go to the left lane. And even though the CMS sees the big pickup, the big F350 pickup in front of me, or the 3500 Chevy in front of me, I'm still on the accelerator, and so the CMS is being overridden by my foot on the throttle. And you see, if I continued on, I would go ahead and go past him. And so I'm just going to cut it off just to let you know that you can override the CMS with your throttle if you want to go ahead and accelerate past somebody. Well, guys, thanks for watching this collision mitigation system video. I'm home now, and made it home, and sitting here in my rocking chair and just kind of enjoying myself. Got a weekend off, and I hope you enjoyed that collision mitigation system video. We will be departing for Texas come Monday morning, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 a.m. and we're going to head all the way down to south of Houston, almost to Galveston, come up next week. We'll give you another update then. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching.